A city of rose-red stone rises from a desert that sees almost no rain. How did thousands of people possibly survive here?
The answer begins not with a mighty river, but with a single, precious drop of water.
Its journey reveals everything.
This raindrop falls on harsh, unforgiving sandstone, a place where water vanishes in an instant. Or does it? The chronicler watches as the drop doesn't disappear. Instead, it's captured, guided into a tiny, man-made channel cut into the rock.
This wasn't an accident. Every fissure and groove in the cliffs surrounding Petra was part of a deliberate city-wide design.
He traces the line with his finger, a path leading down toward the hidden city.
But where did all these channels lead?
This was the secret of the Nabateans, masters of the desert.
They didn't find water. They harvested the sky itself.
Their city was a testament to impossible engineering. A metropolis built on a map of hidden, life-giving veins of stone.
The story of this water begins Act 2. The narrator turns a page on his illuminated manuscript, revealing the challenges.
Petra was a vital hub on the ancient incense trade routes. Wealth flowed through here, but it depended entirely on water. Travelers and their animals needed thousands of gallons a day. How could a city with flash floods and droughts provide that? The first part of the system was simple but vast. Dams to capture the torrents of rare, sudden flash floods. This captured water was then directed, not left to evaporate, but channeled immediately into the city's hidden arteries. Our single raindrop now joins millions of others. It flows swiftly down the rock-hewn aqueducts along the canyon walls. The chronicler notes the gentle, precise slope of the channels. A few degrees off, and the system would fail entirely. But where was the water stored? Open reservoirs would bake under the sun. The Nabateans had a better solution.
He traces the glowing stream to its next destination. It disappears directly into the rock, into hidden, waterproofed cisterns.
There were over 200 of these cisterns scattered throughout Petra, an invisible, city-wide reservoir protected from the heat.
Each cistern was lined with waterproof plaster, a detail that ensured not a single precious drop of water was lost.
But collecting the water was only half the battle. The real genius was in how they purified and delivered it. Flash floods carry sand and debris. Drinking this water directly would have been dangerous. The Nabateans knew this. At key points, the chronicler finds evidence of settling basins. Simple, clever pools that allowed sediment to sink. The water flowing out was clearer, but not yet pure. This led to the discovery of another layer of their technology. He uncovers drawings of sand filtration systems, a series of tanks that use the desert's own sand to purify its water. Our raindrop, now cleansed, was ready for the city. But open channels inside a bustling capital presented new problems. Contamination and evaporation were still risks. So, the Nabateans moved their water system into its final, most impressive phase. They moved it underground, using thousands of interconnected terracotta pipes to carry water invisibly beneath the city's streets. This was the true secret of Petra's survival. A hidden, pressurized plumbing system that defied its harsh environment. It meant water could be delivered anywhere, uphill even. Using principles of hydraulic pressure, the Romans were also exploring. Now, the investigation enters Act 3. The chronicler must connect these pipes to the daily life of the city. He follows one specific pipeline on his map. It leads not to a public fountain, but to a private, wealthy villa. This suggests that water wasn't just for survival. It was a luxury, a symbol of status and power. The engineering even supported elaborate public fountains and a huge swimming pool. Imagine a pool in the middle of the desert. Our little raindrop arrives here, at journey's end. It spills from a lion-headed fountain into the hands of a child. This single drop represents an entire civilization's ingenuity.
a network of knowledge passed down through generations of engineers.
But the chronicler notices something else.
Subtle junctions and valves drawn into the pipe schematics on the ancient maps.
These weren't just for transport.
They allowed the Nabateans to control the flow, redirecting water during droughts or for repairs.
It was a smart water grid, 2,000 years old.
A system that could adapt to the changing needs of the city.
This level of control was the ultimate expression of their mastery.
They didn't just live in the desert, they commanded it.
The key to their success was this shared secret knowledge,
an invisible map that every builder and engineer understood.
He wonders how this knowledge was protected.
It wasn't written in grand inscriptions, but hidden in the work itself.
Every stone carries a story.
In Petra, every carved channel and hidden pipe tells the story of survival.
The chronicler realizes the system had redundancies. If one source failed, another could be rerouted to take its place.
This wasn't just planning for success, it was planning for failure. That was the true genius of their hydraulic engineering.
They even harvested the dew.
Piles of stones arranged to collect condensation on cool desert nights, adding to their supply.
No source of water was too small or insignificant.
Every drop was sacred, a building block of their entire civilization.
This reverence for water shaped their art and architecture.
Fountains weren't just functional, they were shrines to this life-giving force.
The chronicler sees the final pieces of the puzzle falling into place.
The city was not built on stone, but on water.
Every tomb, temple, and home was connected to this invisible river.
It was the city's true beating heart. He considers the sheer scale of the labor involved. Generations carving, digging, and maintaining this life support system.
It was a social contract written in stone and clay.
Everyone depended on the system, so everyone protected it.
The Nabateans left few written records of their engineering.
Did they want to keep their methods a secret from rivals?
Or perhaps the system itself was the record.
A living library of knowledge, understandable only to those who maintained it. He traces the main aqueduct that fed the city center. It followed the path of the sick, the canyon entrance.
This meant that every visitor who entered Petra walked alongside this visible proof of their power.
A psychological masterpiece.
It sent a clear message. We have conquered the desert. We have water to spare, even for beauty and luxury.
This control over water was the foundation of their economic might. It made Petra the oasis every caravan had to visit.
But what happened when the trade routes shifted?
When the Romans took control and sea routes became more popular,
the city's wealth declined.
Without the constant influx of people and money, maintaining the system became impossible.
Slowly the channels clogged.
The pipes broke. The secret knowledge of the water map began to fade into memory.
The city was eventually abandoned, left to the desert from which it came.
Its greatest secret, buried beneath the sand.
For centuries, Petra was a lost city known only to local Bedouin tribes.
The full extent of its water system remained a mystery.
The chronicler shows how modern archaeologists rediscovered these secrets,
using technology to see beneath the ground, revealing the lost map. Suddenly, the ancient network lit up once more. Not with water, but with data, proving the legends were true.
They found that the Nabateans could store nearly 12 million gallons of water,
enough to support 30,000 people.
The story of the single raindrop was complete.
From a cloud to a system, from a pipe to a person.
It's a journey that reveals the ultimate truth of Petra.
A culture's survival depends on its relationship with its environment.
The Nabateans didn't fight the desert.
They listened to it, understood its rhythms, and worked in partnership with it.
This ancient wisdom holds powerful lessons for our world today, as we face our own water challenges across the globe.
And so, the investigation concludes. The final act reveals the grand mosaic, the full, glowing water map of Petra. Here it is, the secret that built a city of stone, A complete, interconnected system of life, hidden in plain sight.
From the highest cliffs to the lowest floors. Dams, channels, cisterns, filters, and pipes, all working as one. This was their shared memory, their culture, their innovation, all woven into a single, life-sustaining work of art. It proves that the greatest monuments are not always the ones we can see. Sometimes they are the systems that support us. The story of Petra is a story of resilience, a reminder that human ingenuity can create an oasis in the most impossible of places. Their legacy is not just carved in stone. It is carried in every drop of water that still flows through these ancient systems. The chronicler closes his manuscript. The story is told, but the wonder remains. A lesson for all of time. Every stone truly does carry a story. Thank you for helping to uncover this one clue at a time. The lessons of Petra's water map are more relevant than ever. A blueprint for sustainable living, written 2 millennia ago. If this journey sparked your curiosity, please subscribe and share the story to help us uncover more secrets from the past.